Have you ever noticed how childhood felt like an endless summer, but adulthood feels like February on fast forward? Weeks blur together, entire months disappear, and you suddenly wake up wondering, where did all that time go? Today, we're going beyond the evident, into one of the brain's most subtle illusions, your sense of time, and how to hack it. Most people think we experience time the way a clock measures it, second by second. But the truth is far stranger. Your brain doesn't measure time at all. It measures changes, surprises, novelty, information density. Time isn't something you feel, it's something your brain reconstructs. And that reconstruction can be manipulated. Think about a typical day when you were 10 years old. Almost everything was new. New smells, new places, new emotions, new rules, new faces. The world was unpredictable, and your brain was constantly recording. The more new information your brain processes, the longer an event feels in memory. Children live in a state of constant novelty, so their brains store dense, high-resolution memories. That's why a single summer vacation felt endless. But when we get older, we settle into routines. Commute, work, repeat. Your brain stops recording every detail and starts predicting what's coming next. Less new information means fewer memory frames, and fewer frames make time feel shorter. In reality, time hasn't changed. Only the amount you notice has. Your brain has no internal clock. Instead, it uses three mechanisms to assemble the illusion of time. The first is predictive coding. Most of what you experience isn't happening in real time. It's your brain predicting what's about to happen. When predictions are accurate, the brain saves energy by recording less, and time feels like it speeds up. The second is information density. Events rich in sensory detail are stored with more neural data, and the more data stored, the longer the event appears in hindsight. The third is attention. Time dilates when you're fully present and contracts when you're distracted. This is why waiting in line feels like forever, but scrolling on your phone can erase an entire hour. Your brain isn't showing you time, it's showing you data. Now the good news, you can hack your sense of time. And you don't need a meditation retreat or a major life change. You just need to manipulate the ingredients your brain uses to construct time. One method is to add novelty. The fastest way to slow down time is to introduce new experiences. Not big ones, micro-novelties. Try a different route home, work from a new cafe, learn one new skill, rearrange a room, try a new workout, cook something you've never cooked. When your brain encounters something new, predictive coding breaks, and real recording begins again. One small new experience per week can change the texture of your entire year. Another method is to create micro-memory anchors. Your brain doesn't remember days, it remembers moments. So create deliberate moments worth remembering. A 3 to 5 second pause where you consciously take in a scene. The smell, the temperature, the colors, the emotion. Say to yourself, remember this moment. It snaps the brain out of autopilot and forces it to create a neural snapshot. The more snapshots, the longer the day feels in hindsight. Deep focus is another powerful tool. Flow states, moments of deep concentration, slow down experiential time. When you're fully engaged, your brain stops predicting and starts processing. Try 30 to 50-minute focus blocks where you do one thing with zero notifications. Over time, these pockets of presence expand your sense of time dramatically. You can also use sensory resets. Your senses help your brain detect change. If your environment never changes, time collapses. So give your senses something new. A new scent in your workspace, a new playlist, different lighting, or a short walk in a different environment. Even small sensory shifts disrupt routine enough to make time feel more vivid. Now, let's look at the hidden accelerators, the things shrinking your life without you noticing. Routine, chronic stress, multitasking, autopilot living, social media dopamine loops, the repetition of the same environments, and days without any emotional spikes. These don't just steal your time, they erase it. You lived it, but your brain didn't bother recording it. That's why whole weeks can disappear with nothing to show for them. Not because nothing happened, but because nothing new happened. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Time isn't passing faster. We're just paying less attention. The clock doesn't get a say. Your brain does. If you want your life to feel longer, richer, and more meaningful, you don't need more time. You need more presence, more novelty, more snapshots, more depth. Time expands for the curious. It accelerates for the distracted. And once you understand that, you can take your sense of time back. You were watching Beyond the Evident, where we go past the obvious and into the hidden mechanics that shape your life. If you enjoyed this journey, I'll see you in the next one.